Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, so let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So yesterday we did a little bit of a deep dive in on, Ripple's on-demand liquidity global coverage with Tranglo, as well as how it's going to streamline that process. Today we're actually going to be talking about and doing a little bit of a deeper dive in on Finastra and also even Accenture, but also some other major clients around Ripple. And if we actually do look at the entire crypto market right now, just to kind of give you guys a quick update before we move on fully into really kind of breaking down a few connections within RippleNet, more so utilizing XRP. We really look at this market and we're looking to see if Bitcoin is finding a floor to continue higher. A few levels that I'm personally watching for closely on Bitcoin is 25K to roughly the 28K region. That is free game for us to actually, really kind of push up to and retest. But if we could definitely regain traction at around like 28K and continue even higher, we could possibly push back up into an uptrend, which is going to be significant. But remember, I do believe that we still have roughly about 100 days or so until the bottom is fully found. Again, could we already have seen the bottom? Sure, but usually, bear markets last roughly around like 400 days or so. So that is what I'm watching for closely. It has been a significant time since, we've seen like a lot of green in the market. Recently, we have been seeing some altcoins bumping up in regards to, some nice gains on the 24-hour span and even on the 7-day span, as you guys do see here. Some nice double-digit figures from all the way from like 30% to 100% almost. So that is pretty significant. Now, let's dive in and let's talk about a few things. So on Ripple's website, if you go to their customers list, they do break down quite a bit of customers. In fact, a lot of these are major, financial institutions, major banking clients, etc. And of course, you do have some smaller companies here. Today, we are actually going to be talking about some very large corporations that are not listed on here, for example, like Tranglo. But also, yesterday, I did talk to you guys about Cross with Tranglo. I actually did not know that Cross was a customer of Ripple. So there is a direct connection with Tranglo there, as Cross has significantly lowered their costs with Tranglo, which is most likely utilizing, of course, RippleNet with XRP. If you guys do want to watch that video, it is live from yesterday. I do break down the entire deep connections with Tranglo, as well as like the global connections that it has to becoming a liquidity giant. And down here, we do see, of course, the reasons why RippleNet is being adopted in. 40% reduction in cross-border payments since, Money Match joined RippleNet. $25 million saved by, Cent B customers on FX conversion and transaction fees. 22 seconds average time it takes Azimo to settle payments into Thailand. And then, of course, 98% savings on domestic transfer rates for NEOM customers. And, here's why customers, trust Ripple to help drive their business forward. We do see, Cross here. We also do see over here MoneyNet Int. And then we also do see, Mercury FX. And there's so many more customers as well. Very, very substantial, amount of, customers in regards to, like, the financial sector. Like, for example, like NEOM is a huge giant, and they have a full-on case study. If you guys do want to go listen to these, you guys are more than welcome to. I've done, many breakdowns of some of their customers in the past, and we really kind of talked about the, substantial amount of savings that Ripple is really kind of offering for these customers. Now today, like I said, I want to break down Finastra because we've talked about Finastra in the past. In fact, we've actually talked about how large of a connection Finastra actually has to Ripple. And these are the names that you actually want to pay attention to. Remember with Quant, where I was saying, like, yeah, you look at Oracle and it's just one name, but if you actually look at it, under Oracle's belt, you have so many other major names tied to it. So when you actually look at that partnership, it's going to give them exposure to utilizing Overledger from thousands of customers. Finastra is the same. If in fact we go over here to their story, they do share with you guys that serving institutions of all sizes across 130 plus countries, and we actually do see down here the statistics around them. 90 of the top 100 world's top banks, greater than 160 fintech apps connected, and they also do have 8.6 thousand customers from global banks and credit unions. And if you actually look at more, corporate information, they do kind of give you guys a breakdown on a few things here. Not too much, like they're not going to give you guys a full-on, partner list. I forgot if they actually do. Let me go to find a partner. Let me see if they actually have. So Accenture is one of them. Um, but I don't know if they have like any other major names that a lot of you guys would know about. I mean, there's like YPro here. So like that's really all the ones that they're really kind of showing us. Accenture is the big one though. We've talked about Accenture in the past. We're actually going to be talking about Accenture in this video. And of course, the connection with Finastra goes all the way back to October of 2019. Ripple to bring blockchain technology to Finastra's banking customers. Collaboration will enable financial institutions using Finastra's solutions to make fast and reliable cross-border payments. Again, really kind of disrupting the core of that massive $156 trillion market. And we do see down here like Ripple, the enterprise blockchain solution for global payments, and Finastra have teamed up to offer Ripple's blockchain technology through Finastra's payment solutions to support fast cross-border payments. And of course, all of the partners that are within, Finastra's ecosystem. Like I said, very substantial amount, 8,600 will have some exposure to Ripple's, overall technology stack, which again, why wouldn't they utilize Ripple's technology stack if they are making cross-border payments? It's a no-brainer move. And we actually have the full-on article over here from Ripple's website as well. This really kind of breaks down everything around this solution. We do see down here Finastra's hundreds of customers. Now at the time, yes, they did have hundreds of customers, but now they have thousands of customers, have access to RippleNet, Ripple's global blockchain payments network, to provide faster, cheaper, and more reliable payments. Customers will be hosted on Ripple's cloud solution, which will significantly improve speed of integration with other network partners and allow for faster upgrades. They will also have the option to use on-demand liquidity, which leverages the digital asset XRP. And we do see down here that it does give, Ripple's more than 200 customers access to Finastra's extensive network of banks as well. We are thrilled to be partnering with the forward-thinking company like Finastra to bring Ripple's technology to their many customers. And I know that a lot of people are probably going to say, all right, well, this doesn't really matter. This goes all the way back to like 2019. I'm trying to show you guys the deep connections that Ripple has already, they already have under their belt. Like, this is a company that has marketed themselves and really kind of, connected with some major clients in the past to not only have this, technology streamlined into just one entity, but hundreds to thousands of entities all at once. It will all happen all at once. You got to remember that, right? Like, everybody always says, like, I'm waiting for, the switch to be flipped or whatever, right? But it's not, like, that's not what we really kind of care about. What we actually care about is having a massive ecosystem of banks and financial institutional clients connected all at once. And that's exactly what some of these, real partnerships really do. Even Accenture's, right? So actually talking about Accenture, now we've talked about them in the past. This is a PDF file. So this is unlocking infinite value, blockchain and collateral management. So this is going to really kind of break down DLT in general. So they do mention a few things over here. Like, for example, this is blockchain can unlock immense value. They do talk a few. They talk about a little bit of like some types of money that could be fully disrupted. Like, consider this: an estimated 75 million was invested in blockchain efforts specific to capital markets in 2015. A 150% increase from 30 million in 2014. By 2020, Accenture estimates 600 million of investments in blockchain and related technology initiatives. And yes, this is a little bit older of a document. I forgot when this was. I think it was I want to say 2018. But we do see down here, they talk about like the technology, they talk about the description, they talk about the governance, and of course the benefits. And then they do see over here, what is blockchain in the collateral management context? Well, we do see buyer, firm, broker, clearinghouse, custodian, ultimate ledger, general ledger, custodian, clearinghouse, broker, firm, buyer. Like, this is all at the center point of this. And this is capital markets today. Here's capital markets in 2025. And it's all connected to, completely different things. Like, it's all intertwined with DLT and blockchain in general, which this is why we talk about, like, DLT in general and ledgers. Now, down here, this is where they get into some juicy amounts of money being fully disrupted. So I don't want to break down everything around this because this would take me literally like a whole hour to read everything around this. Just know we do just see up here like how is blockchain being used in the financial services sector. Today, many capital market players are using blockchain or planning its implementation. Nasdaq launched Link, a blockchain solution for the issuance, tracking, and trading of private equity assets. And then we do see like even ASX. They're considering blockchain technology to replace its current clearing and settlement system. Even the DTCC, after successfully testing blockchain technology on trading swaps with 4 banks earlier in 2016, is currently focused on other asset classes. And then down here is where things get interesting. What is collateral management? The total value of securities being used as collateral in the financial system worldwide is estimated to be approximately $12.2 trillion, excluding cash. Collateral is used for different purposes, such as over-the-counter derivatives margins, secured funding with market counterparties and central banks, trading with central counterparties, and, of course, settlement. Now, the funny thing is, right, is that right now, a lot of this is very, very inefficient in regards to massive delays in settlement. You see issues with liquidity, like all of the issues that we are seeing traditionally around like a lot of this, these markets, specifically like even collateral in general, could be completely disrupted by blockchain and DLT. We actually do see down here, like traditionally financial institutions, viewed collateral management as a reactive function. One that was positioned, at the end of the trading cycle and performed within a back office function restricted to the processing of collateral movements and negotiation of, related, legal agreements. However, the recent financial crisis with its origins in a severe liquidity crunch has dramatically changed the perception, and importance of collateral management. Now, over here, this is where things get interesting. Regulators are looking to enhance prudential supervision by addressing more rigorous capital and liquidity adequacy standards, while credit institutions are exploring ways to improve the quality of their asset base, both to reduce credit and counterparty risk and to improve their liquidity profile. Notice how many times they mention liquidity here. It's interesting, right? And then down here, they also mention quite a bit of, some more, areas to focus on with DLT. For an example over here, like how can blockchain benefit collateral management? Provides a single version of truth, reduces operational cost, increases visibility and available collateral. Not only that, but it also does increase, liquidity if you are looking at like Ripple, for example. And down here they do, have this study of about like, how, global investment banks are, basically like the potential cost at full scale blockchain adoption across 8 of the largest global investment banks could be in the range of 30% or more per institution. And down here is where they do talk about like the level of impact, business processes, product, people, and processes. We don't need to really kind of talk more so about that. What I want to talk to you guys a little bit about is where they do mention, of course, Ripple. So Accenture has a well-known partnership with Ripple themselves. For example, down here, they do mention, their partnerships. Like Accenture's blockchain practice brings together global resources from the company's consulting, strategy, digital technology, and operations services. And down here, we do see, now this is like the only connection here that they actually have to Ripple. And it's the partnership, right? Startup alliances. Alliances with leading blockchain startups such as Ripple and DAA, or DAH. Now, again, from there, like, there's really nothing else to this. We've talked about in the past the connections to, Ripple, with some of these major entities. To me, when we really kind of look at where Ripple will be positioned, or even like the XRP ledger, for an example, it really kind of, begs the question, like, if we go up here to, DLT in general, like, this is what we are waiting for. Like, this is the implementation perimeters that we are still waiting for, to really kind of be, ushering in crypto, adoption, which I would say that we're probably at, like, we already have the right approach. We already have the right partners, the right infrastructure, standardization of asset valuation. We just need regulatory, acceptance. And then from there, it's like the doors are unlocked. And like up here, we do see, them mentioning like R3 Corda, Hyperledger. These are like the 2 that they've only mentioned within this. Besides that, they didn't really mention like anything else like around like the XRP ledger or even like Ripple. I'm sure since then, or since this was posted, I'm sure that they have started to spotlight some other major names. But up here is where they are talking about like DLT platforms are available for collateral management. Like, these are the only 2 right now currently. But I would beg the question that in regards to DLT, the XRP ledger is one that I would put a spotlight focus on, because they are talking about like the prototypes down here around like cross-border payments, P2P payments, energy marketplace, atomic transaction. Like this is where we really kind of, look into the settlement mechanisms behind some of these ledger technologies. That's why I've always said like the XRP ledger is special in itself, because it can still, source liquidity through XRP, because it has the built-in on-demand liquidity mechanism, basically. So when we talk about, where we are at with adoption of DLT, I think that we're still very early on. I think that a lot of these major names, like even Accenture or even Finastra, are aware of this technology. They want to move in on it, and they understand the efficiencies around these mechanisms. Like even down here, this is from Finastra themselves. Finastra's collaboration with Ripple is another strong example of Finastra's belief that the future of finance is open, and it demonstrates our commitment to bringing the latest innovations and choices to our customers. Collaborating with a company like Ripple that harnesses innovative blockchain technology to provide fast and reliable cross-border payments is particularly beneficial for our customers in geographies where cost of correspondent banking is high. Now, again, I know that they always mention, cross-border payments, and I know that we put a spotlight on cross-border payments because it is a very large market, but you got to understand that, like, there's so much more to this. Like, I would beg the question that, could Ripple, be involved in the collateral management market? I would say, yeah, they can, because when we look at it, it's all based around liquidity. Like, liquidity is a major issue around a lot of these markets, specifically collateral management. So let me know what you guys think about that one down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. And really, just to wrap this up, I share with you one last document from Accenture's website themselves. And this is the latest thinking, the revolution of money, blockchain-empowered digital currencies. And this is a money revolution is underway. What does it mean for central banks? The rapid price movements of Bitcoin, Ether, and Ripple have fueled headlines across the globe recently. With this price volatility, it's fair to say that blockchain-powered digital currencies may not be ready for, prime time. But the disruption of the current financial system is inevitable. And yes, this was a little bit of an older document. I think that this is from, I want to say 1 year ago, so it's like around like 2021. But we do see down here, like, the potential is certainly there. Here's why. Immediate asset availability. Cryptocurrencies may be available immediately for consumers and businesses to spend without any waiting periods. Immediate access to liquidity. Cryptocurrencies may be highly liquid, with liquidity generated instantly on demand. Interesting. Transaction efficiency. Cryptocurrency transactions are fast and immediate with improved efficiency that avoids lengthy back-office reconciliation processes. Transaction security. Each transaction may be tracked and the possibility of double spending is eliminated. You also do see down here, central banks can lead the way in shaping the future of cryptocurrencies. Putting the necessary governance structures, roles, and policies in place, ensuring economic growth and consumer protection, supporting the adoption of progressive approaches to currency control and use. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to most likely be doing a full-on breakdown of these two documents. You can find these on Accenture's website.com, Accenture.com in general. The reason why I talk to you guys about Accenture, and the reason why I talk to you guys, of course, about Finastra, is that these are major clients. If you go check out, I think it's on the About section here on Accenture's website. I'm pretty sure. I think it's here. Let me see. I know that it was somewhere on their website. Here we go. So this is 8,200 patents and patent pending worldwide. 7,000 clients served throughout more than 120 countries. 710,000 employees worldwide. 200 cities with essential locations and operations across 50 countries, and of course 185 partners in their ecosystem. So like I said, these are very substantial names. They already have partnerships with Ripple, and where do you think Ripple is positioned here? Like, to me, a lot of like the partners that Ripple has already, set in place, a lot of them are already utilizing on-demand liquidity to up their game, to lower the cost, to heighten the speeds of transactions. Like, Ripple is at the forefront of it all. And it's exciting to be a part of this. Let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments below, though. I'd love to hear from you guys. With that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.